Hello guys, this is just a friendly reminder and warning by the Digression session guys here at Bleeped Up Productions. We're putting this out on YouTube, so it might get YouTube copyright striked because of some of the videos or maybe the music we use in these episodes. If you want to have the opportunity to listen to all the audio uninterrupted, you can go to our Podbean link in the description of this video. But obviously, if it doesn't get copyrighted strikes, you can watch it and see all the glory that is on YouTube. But if it does get striked, some stuff might have to get cut out. But for the whole uncensored amazingness, which is the music or the videos or even the clips we put in, head down to the Podbean link in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight into this podcast. Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and welcome to episode 6 of Digression Session. And today's topic is Arnold Schwarzenegger films. So excited to talk about this topic. Now,
come on!
Come on! Do it now, Lee! Come on!
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? Finish the intro! So, I've decided with this intro, because there's no really like a main producer of this podcast, we're a three-headed hydra that's just got birthed. So I'm here, I'm Lee. Across the table from me is one of the heads of the hydra, Ben. How you doing, Ben?
I'm good.
And also across the table from me is Dan.
Yeah.
How you doing, Dan?
Yeah, good.
Good. So, Digression Session, episode 6. We are talking about the man, I would say, probably the biggest action star, and I don't think there'll be another action star like him. Period. Especially with what I learned from this is just insane. I don't know how many films you can film in like a 10-year span.
I don't know. It'd be quite interesting. I'm inclined to agree with you, but then I think, how many films has the mighty Jean-Claude Van Damme done?
He's done a fair few, but a lot of them. But Stallone's not bad.
Chuck Norris?
Yeah, okay.
Fuck Chuck Norris.
But no, wow!
You wish you could fuck Chuck
Chuck
Norris.
Norris.
Fuck Chuck Norris.
Okay. That's a very bold statement.
It's coming.
But the thing is, can you... This sounds really rude to say. When it comes to action movies, I could say I could probably name a lot more Sylvester Stallone movies and probably Arnold Schwarzenegger movies than Van Damme and, you know, Chuck Norris movies.
I can't name any Chuck Norris movies.
Like, isn't there one called a cowboy or something? Like, what's
right.
Yeah. Ranger, Texas Ranger or something, isn't
maybe.
it?
Texas Ranger, and there's a few. But
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you mean. I could list off quite a lot of Marnie movies.
Yeah, 100%. And there's so many like great like film. I don't think with his genre of how mad his movies
I could list quite
are.
a lot of Steven Seagal movies.
I was going to say Steven Seagal.
I love Seagal. I'm not going to lie. Steven Seagal is my guilty pleasure. Under Siege is one of my favourite movies of all time.
Marked for Death.
Marked for Death is a brutal movie.
Nico.
That movie. Right. So you're just talking about his cop movies where he just casually walks into any place. Now, and I'm going to tell you now, if you're Steven Seagal and you're in his action movie and you're in a pool hall, you're fucked.
Yeah, which one does he
guaranteed
sock the pool
yeah,
ball? Is that Nico or
it is Nico or Mark for Death. He basically gets a sock out, gets a freaking pool thing and takes out everyone.
Italian American, isn't it?
He is, and he's the
got
same
a toothpick.
character or something. Yeah. He plays the same character in those movies. I don't know if all the
yeah,
names.
yeah.
It's just some cop that basically wants revenge or something.
Is Marked for Death the voodoo one?
I want to say it is. That one's insane. Yeah. Those guys, I said, if ever I wanted to know what happened to like the King Willie gang from Predator 2, Marked for Death or whatever that movie with Steven Seagal in, that's what happened to him. They went bad shit crazy because of an alien.
So far we've discussed a lot of films that
it's true. That aren't Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. But we're all going to talk about those at some point because it's a digression session. We love to go all over the shop.
I just think it'd be interesting when we do other sessions on other big stars to actually come back and compare them to many films are done, how many of them films are bangers.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in a lot of people's arsenals. Like, Arnie hasn't got a lot of good films. He went through a phase, I would say, is pretty shit. Like, looking at what I've noted where he's either co-starred in or he's led, I'm like, these aren't as good as what they used to be.
Yeah, but there are some films that I know that people
Which
don't
Batman
know
is
that
it?
I'm quite...
Batman and Robin?
Best
aka
film ever.
1997, where he was Mr. Freeze.
Great film.
In between Jingle All the Way and End of Days. Yeah, those.
End of Days ain't too bad.
End of Days. Have you
I
watched
like
it?
End of Days.
You guys
Yeah.
are fucking insane.
I think I remember it
It's
wrong.
so poor.
It's the one where he fights the devil.
Yeah.
And he kicks him onto that statue.
Is he a
or some-
mercenary?
Yeah, some shit like
It's
that.
bad. It's
a mercenary,
It has
isn't he?
Oh, it makes
not any.
no sense.
Yeah, it isn't, but it's
whatsoever.
not great. It's not a great Arnie film. It's not a good. Like recently had to watch it because of this podcast, and I remembered watching it, sat down, and went like, now I know why I really hated this film. It's just not fun. It's not an Arnie movie. Seeming at this time in the 90s, where he made Eraser.
Great film.
Yeah,
A fucking banger. The Sixth Day, which is literally a year after End of
It's
Days.
a good film.
Sixth Day is great.
Film.
Which one's your favourite?
Potentially Sixth Day.
Sixth Day is a great movie. That's the one
Mine
with the
might be
clones.
Eraser.
Yeah, I do like Eraser.
Eraser's good.
True Lies.
True Lies is probably up there as one of my favourite.
Amazing.
I think True
Railgun.
Lies is so good. Yeah, the railguns.
Railgun is the best thing ever.
And then basically it goes like two amazing one-liners when he bursts into the zoo and he's like, where the hell have you been? Traffic, and starts murdering people. And then he murders a crocodile and goes, your luggage. Like, come on,
Well, that's
lad.
the thing, is the crocodile fight that kind of shows
It's
you
so bad, the CG.
What makes an Arnie movie, because he basically has a fight with a rubber crocodile.
It's true. Well, actually, it doesn't. It's
Blood.
a really shitty CG thing when it gets close. It's a really bad model, though, Dan. You are right. It is pretty bad.
There's some clips of an actual crocodile, some
Yep.
CG crocodile, and then when he actually fights it, there's actually, if you slow some of them
It's
scenes
so
down,
bad.
it looks
Question.
like he's literally
It is
fighting
bad.
a model.
It's really bad.
I don't know if I'm right.
Okay.
What's it called again?
Sixth Day.
The Sixth Day. The guy who plays the devil.
No, End of Days.
End of
End of
Days,
Days,
yeah.
yeah.
The guy who plays the devil.
Yes.
Is he the guy from Usual Suspects?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is him.
He's the curly-haired guy from Usual Suspects.
100% he is. Yep.
The main
main protagonist
Yeah.
who's the main.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, him. I forget his name, but he's
I don't know how to put that together.
There you
but
go. Good job. Villains, you've got to love it. But no, like Arnie movies, I really can't say we have our favourites because all of them are ridiculously stupid. But the one place I wanted to start was, can you remember the first Arnie film you watched? Because I remember the first movie I saw was Predator.
We are a rescue team, not assassins. Now, what do we gotta do?
In a part of the world where there are no rules,
We pick up their trail at the chopper, run them down, grab those hostages before anybody knows we were there. What do you mean we?
deep in the jungle, where nothing that lives is safe.
You lose it here, you're in a world of hurt.
Showtime, kid. Knock, knock.
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man. They're up against the ultimate enemy.
Holy Mother of God.
Nothing like it has ever been on Earth before.
She says the jungle just came alive and took him.
We cannot see it.
No blood, no bodies. We hit nothing.
20th Century Fox presents Arnold Schwarzenegger. Predator. The hunt begins Friday, June 12th at theaters everywhere.
And
mine's
I was
Conan.
like, Predator was solid. Was both yours Conan?
Yeah.
That's pretty banging.
Warrior. Thief. Gladiator. Conqueror. Conan.
They said you would come, a man of great strength. A conqueror.
Conan, the barbarian.
He knocks out a camel in that as well. He just
Conan's
punches
fucking
camel.
great.
Which is the one where, because obviously there's a couple, but
Here we go.
which is the one where he's, there's that lizard lady in that sneaks into his tent and...
That's one because
That's number one.
Conan is because he fucks a demon. Yeah, he fucks a snake woman. Yeah, that's Conan. Yeah, because Conan the Destroyer is the one with the really weird dinosaur thing at the end.
Yeah.
And then he had Red Sonja, which we don't really want to talk about. But yeah, Conan was all the snake people and basically Darth Vader. That was it,
Yes,
wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah,
that's the first
That's
one
a
I watched.
banger. That was a great with a fight scene in the rock, like kind of like
Yeah.
Stonehenge at the end.
Yeah.
Conan's
Oh,
a banger of a movie.
Gets a bit Temple of Doomish at one point.
It does. Yeah, that's true.
I just
Yeah,
like
it does
the
get a bit
speech
Temple of
they
Doom.
do. the classic about the women.
Go on then.
I don't know it.
Can't you remember it?
No.
I'm going to clip it in here.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and you hear the lamentation of your women. That is good.
There we go. Because I know it's something about like lamentation of the women.
Yeah.
Destroy your enemies. Something. And
It's
levitation.
great.
Yeah, it's banging. How he says it as well is just cool. But I really want an old Conan movie. Like whenever they saw Conan on the throne, like love it. That's why I own the giant mass board game down there of Conan. It's so good, that game. There's 2 boxes. One for the board game, and the other is just all minis. It's fucking insane. It's great. You guys would have loved that game because it is Conan, but there is a Batman one of it, Dan. And how you play it is effectively you are one guy is just the dungeon geezer and everyone else is the characters, but he has to activate them in card order. So you can just fuck something up and then something big will come out and then you're just like, I've got like 7 turns. I don't need to worry about this giant snake that's going to kill me. I'll just kill everything else. It's so good. The game's sick, and Batman is exactly the same, but without giant snakes. Just Batman and thugs and shit. But it is good.
Shit.
Batman shit. But Conan, yeah. I love Conan. Conan's actually a really good film, just in general. Like, ugh.
It is. Arnie, I mean, not that Arnie was ever an especially great actor.
No.
What's his best film acting wise?
Oh, yeah, there is one.
Going back to Conan, like he's got some piss poor acting. Like,
Oh, yeah.
But he's just a hench dude in that.
What's your first?
Predator. I loved Predator. My dad showed me Predator. It was
Great.
one of the first ever action movies my dad ever showed me. It's up there with.
Terminator was early for me as well.
So I remember seeing Terminator because we rented it from the library.
In the 21st century, a weapon will be invented like no other. This weapon will be powerful, versatile, and indestructible. It can't be reasoned with. It can't be bargained with. It will feel no pity, no remorse, no pain, no fear. It will have only one purpose: to return to the present and prevent the future. This weapon will be called the Terminator.
You're dead, honey.
What day is it? The date! 12th May, Thursday.
What year?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Terminator. Your future is in its hands.
And we asked for it. And we waited about 20 minutes for them to find the video cassette of it. Because they'd lost it. And they ended up giving it us in this paper. It looked the most sketchiest thing to get in the library. So everyone else, you used to have nice boxes. This thing looked like someone just recorded it off TV. Just those old, if you wanted to get it. Those ones.
Is how I watch films as a kid.
Yeah, and it was
My
so good.
My dad had a cupboard.
Mum had to turn it. Mum had to fast forward it during the sex scene because she completely forgot about the sex scene. So me and my brother didn't see that, but we saw everything else.
My dad had a cupboard under the stairs.
Okay.
Full of all the sex scenes.
No. Mainly with films he'd probably recorded from Channel 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we all
and he
do
had
that.
books.
Oh,
that told
okay.
you
What tapes?
Where to which
Yeah.
video was what film.
Yeah.
And I just was like,
I did.
Start on this page. Let's go. Right.
I did it with the TV guides. So we used to obviously still have TV guides, but obviously now it's kind of unemployed now. But whenever it was on what's on TV, before we threw it away, I would cut it out and stick it on the case. So then I'll be like, obviously I'll write it on the label, but then I'll be like, oh, what the hell was this movie? And it was like this. I'm like, oh yeah, I love that one. And for some weird reason, it always used to be like BBC One. You'd have a movie, half of it, then the news, and then the most nasty bits after the news. So I remember watching Jaws and going, why is it in 2 parts? And then you realise when Quinn dies, you're like, oh, there's a reason why. It's showed at like 9 p.m. That's kind of graphic.
Yeah, the 9 o'clock watershed.
Yeah, it was mad. But yes.
I had that experience but with my granddad's tapes, and that's how I ended up watching like Jason and the Argonauts. And
what a film. Jason.
Westworld
Fucking skeletons.
Best part of the movie.
Dan loves the Children.
I love that guy. I have time for whoever did the stop motion. I forget his name, but I have time for those movies because he's done so many good movies.
Oh yeah. Going back to Terminator though.
Yes.
So me and Liam were having this conversation the other day. So Terminator 2's on either Netflix or now TV1.
Okay. Perfect film.
And James hasn't seen them yet. And I was saying to her, although I think Terminator 2 is the better film,
Yep.
you can't appreciate it fully unless you've seen.
You got to watch the first one.
Yeah, one is it kind of resonates because
that's
of the hospital scene.
That's nowhere on the on-demand stuff.
Yeah.
So I need to, on top of getting a copy of Leon from you, I need to get a copy of Terminator.
Do you want to borrow Terminator?
You got a DVD? Oh yeah. Oh,
I'll find
Mate,
Leon.
I can show you after this my Arnold selection because I have the Arnold, pretty much all the Arnold movies on DVD. I'll give you a case or something for it. But yeah, I think you wouldn't have the impact that Terminator 2 had with Sarah in the hospital and the reveal without the obviously why the fuck's she in there?
You need all the obviously
the baggage and shit. 100%. When she sees him
Spoiler
come out the elevator, what a scene!
That's
The
it.
music,
When he shows up with the
genuine
with
terrifying
the rose box.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, the rose box in the that's the arcade. Yeah, in the mall when he's walking through the mall with a shotgun.
Yeah, it is.
Because when he shows up in the with the normal sign, he's just there normally because he says, "I don't want you to kill anyone," and that's when he shoots the copper in the leg, and he's like, "I told you not to kill anyone." He's like, "He'll live."
Yes, I've got my bits mixed up.
It's all good though. That's a badass scene though as well.
The first one,
yeah,
the best bit in the first one, my opinion, is the bit in the club.
Yeah, that's a banger.
When you get the laser sight on the massive hand cannon, and then.
It's just the tension of that scene where he's
coat
walking
shotgun.
around and then she drops something and she gets out of the way and then you see it and then it's just like, oh shit, because you've seen him blow everyone away, like he's been murdering everyone systematically.
But whoever wrote the Terminator movies, like the first two anyway, is super clever in what they did. Because Arnie was a perfect villain in the first one.
Oh, brilliant!
Didn't say fuck all. Acted like a robot, walked like a robot.
It was genius.
Scary.
That is my favourite little detail. One of my favourite little detail touches from an action movie ever.
Okay.
When the guy fucking obviously cuts the shotgun down so it fit in his coat.
Yeah.
But he ties it off to his wrist.
Yes, he does. Yeah, cable ties it.
That's like, to me, that's
Carl
like
Reese.
such a good detail. Like,
Genius.
because it's like, if he drops it,
he's fucked.
He's not going to go very far. Like, it's just like clever.
Yeah, Carl Reese introduced everyone to Nikes as well. What a lad. Just like smooth Nikes. Like, yeah, I love Terminator is a great movie. I also think the way to basically know.
A really cool idea for a video game involving bungee guns. Guns on bungee ropes, mate.
Wham!
That's like Bulletstorm too, man.
Hit
him with a gun, catch it, shoot him.
But it was cool because he got to play a villain, and like obviously his whole when he went from this, he rarely played a villain. But when it was this, it was like sick. Like the whole like police scene just showed you how much of an unstoppable force he was. Because Carl was like telling like Sarah in that like the whole thing was just like he will not stop. He will not do it. She's like, oh, okay, and then you see it in full action when he like drives a car in the fucking police station and just mows through.
He sends
everyone.
it in, doesn't he? He asks at the desk. It's been so
and then
long.
and it's completely. I'll be back was a whole. Not even the line he was supposed to say.
No,
it wasn't. And it's brought up in the. Should watch it on Netflix. The Arnie documentary.
It.
It's really good. And that's mad because that's now one of the most quoted lines of all time. Like it's insane.
How many Terminators have you seen? How many sequels?
All of them. Because I'm a big Terminator fan. Like I have the RPG that's brand new. Like over there.
What number did you get to before?
You give them
maybe 3.
Yeah, I got halfway through 3 and I was like,
really?
I think I watched all of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So you never watched Salvation?
Nah.
Oh, that's.
Oh no, I did.
Salvation's got the cool reveal.
Yeah.
Although the trailer gives away the premise of the movie, the ending of that with Christian Bale fighting the coolest reveal ever, which they didn't show in the trailer, which was great, which was the original T1000, not T1000, T800, sorry, of Arnie, where it was CG and shit, because it was just like, you missed something there. But like seeing like, this is the thing that was going to go kill Sarah Connor, you're like, that's fucking cool.
Because that's got some cool bits in it.
It is. That's the movie we all wanted.
That's
we all
mainly in the future, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just before, like...
Or was it all in the future?
It was, because it was basically Skynet has taken over the world and there's a little bit of humanity. No, so this Salvation was just around, like, Skynet taken over.
One actually comes from the future, don't it?
Yeah.
So it goes back. This one's like present in
It is present.
Day.
It's basically you're walking around and it's like you've still
Everything's
got
fucked.
Yeah, and you've still got people in tanks and shit and you've got airplanes and stuff. Everything's quite a slow resource and we were like, this is what we wanted to see. Like the future where you're walking on skulls and shit, that seems really fucking pointless. We want to see it before that where it's like, oh yeah, we want to see when you get the guerrilla groups and we want to do all that cool shit. And we were like,
is cool.
And then you see that in Terminator Salvation when it's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to jump down this dark hole. And he just goes, I was like, that's fucking cool. He did it before Tom Cruise.
So Arnie wasn't in Salvation, was he?
No, CG bad in.
Arnie, but Arnie is in the most recent one.
Oh, don't talk to me about Dark Fate. Like, such a cool idea, such a cool premise.
Is that the one with Lady Terminator?
Yes. Oh, no, sorry, not Lady Terminator.
There's a Lady Terminator in one of them.
That's 3. So this woman is an enhanced soldier.
Yeah, that's
fucking.
I don't remember 3. I said I've watched 3, but I don't remember 3.
3 is when.
Is there a bit with big bomb doors and maybe?
That's 3. That's 3.
That's 3. I remember that bit.
And they're in NATO when the bombs are dropping because they couldn't stop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers, kids, but you don't need to watch it. It's fucking awful.
It is awful.
But it is really funny because it's like, oh yeah, John Connor goes to a vet and then all of a sudden the Terminator runs up there, licks the blood, and then has a spasm because it's like, oh shit, John Connor was here. That's my main target. Because she only went back in the future, or in the past, sorry, to kill all his lieutenants. That's why she's killing people in drive-thrus and whatever. And I was like, this is cool. You're killing off everyone that will affect.
Just goes on a random one,
and you're like, why the fuck are you murdered? Oh, that person becomes this person in the future, or this person has sex with this person to basically create this person. So they're like, if we just kill him, it's super cool. And then you get to meet.
Needs to watch Avengers Endgame and realise that's not how time travel works.
No. I love that. Are you just debating everything like Back to the Future? No. But no, yeah, Terminator is just great. Terminator 2 is like a perfect film. Like,
yeah, it's good.
It's fucking incredible. But no, we've got more movies, so we can talk. I'm going to go down them systematically. So we talked about Conan. We talked about Conan the Destroyer. It's all right. It doesn't. I don't think it does what one does.
In an age when only the strongest survived, and only the ruthless triumphed, only one name became a legend. Conan the Destroyer. In his first adventure, he fought alone.
It is written that a woman child must make a perilous journey. I want you to take her on that journey.
Now, he joins a wizard.
What are they going to do?
Have lunch.
A warrior. A renegade.
I think you're right.
And a princess. They are sent by a treacherous queen across the lands of hostile kingdoms to solve the mystery of an ancient race and seek the power of a phantom city.
I would go back and watch that because although I mentioned his acting, like, what more do you want from a bad barbarian? Because essentially he's a barbarian.
It's true, but you want more of what Conan 1 gave you. When you watch 2, you're kind of like, oh, okay, you kind of went a bit Indiana Jonesy with it. That's cool. And you intrude the rogue and stuff like that. And it's like a old school D&D kind of film.
More D&D party, yeah.
But it's like, I wanted to see Conan like
fucking everything up.
Like,
knock
I
out
want more.
Camels.
Yeah, you know, knock out camels on a regular basis. But it's
also
not bad.
knocked out a reindeer.
That's true. That's a callback, in Jingled All the Way.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. So after the Conans, obviously we talked about Terminator a lot. Then we had Red Sonja. We don't really need to talk about that. He just shows up for a little bit.
Seen that film.
So after Red Sonja,
Red Sonja's not a right film.
Red Sonja is he shows up and he's a bit of a swordsman. He's basically not Conan but Conan.
Okay, fair enough.
So he's like, we couldn't get Conan, but he's like Conan. So then the big one. So this is the biggest one where everyone's like, yeah, we know this movie, Commando.
They hunted him down.
You know, Colonel, we went to a lot of trouble to find you.
They murdered his friends. And they took the only thing he would kill for.
If you want your kid back, then you gotta cooperate. Right? Wrong.
Now, somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna pay. If it's a mission no man can survive, he's the man for the job. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Commando.
Let's party.
That movie is insane. That movie.
The belt reappears on his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the never-ending machine.
Infinite bullets. The fact that he kidnaps someone and then she's okay with it halfway through the movie.
The rocket launcher is amazing.
It's the best thing ever.
The thing that blows up whole buildings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole premise of this movie is the fact that some villain he kind of like basically took away from his country or whatever, steals his kid. That's a really smart idea, eh? And like this guy murders everyone in his house and then sits there. This is what I forgot about how funny it is. He goes like, we can talk about getting your kid back. And they just took her so we can see them driving off. And he just goes, wrong, blows the guy away and runs out. And then because they've ripped his engine out or like they've took about his engine, he pushes his car down a cliff to try and cut them off. And it's fucking mad. And that's just the beginning of the film.
Is that the one where he's like, I eat green berets for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one.
You scared, motherfucker? Well, you should be, because this green beret's gonna kick your big ass.
I eat green berets for breakfast.
And right now, I'm very hungry.
Yeah, and then he goes on the most insane, like 4 EA or however many hour, like, vengeance thing of going, I'm going to do this, ends up on an island and murders everyone. It's just Arnie movie.
Is that also the son of a bitch one?
Yeah, no, son of a bitch is Predator. You son of a bitch.
Is it?
Which, yeah, with a big high five at the end.
No, there's like a handshake in a...
Yeah, that's Predator. Beginning of Predator.
I've got well confused.
It's all good. But yeah,
I swear I remember that from somewhere else.
I just remembered when I watched Commando, because I obviously...
No, you're probably right.
His character in Commando and Predator, although they're very different films, the characters are the same.
I'm pretty much identical. Although in Commando, he's casually walking around with a giant log at one point. Yeah. He's feeding random deer with his kid.
If he'd have had
he's
that
feeding
rocket
ice
launcher,
cream.
he would have done a damn sight better.
He would have done,
against that. Because that thing would have blown up the whole place they were in.
It's pretty funny. That movie's insane. Like, all the stuff he does, and then how he casually...
Commando. It's
great.
You said you were going to kill me last.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
I lied. And then he drops him off a cliff.
Yep, you can see the string and everything in certain shots. It's fucking great. You could also see when they filmed... Now, this is really bad. When they rolled the Porsche... So then, when it cuts to another shot during the chase, you can see the Porsche is all trashed on one side. So they had to reshoot some scenes. But obviously, they didn't have enough money for a Porsche. So they try to hide it well. No, you don't. You can't hide how bad that
in hindsight
was.
They should have shooted all those scenes first.
Yeah,
and then
should've.
rolled the Porsche.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Hindsight is 2020.
But Commando is basically the biggest body count of any movie almost, because he's murdering people left, right, and centre.
So many people.
I just remember watching. I played video games before I saw Commando, so I didn't know Commando existed. I remember playing like Time Crisis on the PlayStation.
There's been a kidnapping. It's Rachel, the daughter of the president of Sersia. Get into the castle and rescue Rachel.
Sometime, somewhere, someone is plotting a government overthrow. A small republic is in danger. It's time for the one-man army. Richard Miller. She must be dead by now.
Don't come!
Rachel McPherson.
Since you have traveled so very far, be my guest and let me entertain you.
Cherudo Gatto. Just to be sure. Wild Dog. Time Crisis.
And then watching Commando and just immediately went, this is Time Crisis. You just rock up to an island and just murder everyone on there, including the bad guy, then leave.
Yeah, room to room, shoot everyone
Just
in the room.
shoots everybody. He even gets at one point in a shed and kills people with buzzsaws and a fork
Does
and everything.
he throw a lawnmower blade?
Yeah, and kills someone with that.
Yeah, and that's like
Chops
goes
his blood.
so into them that
Yeah.
it like was fired out of a cannon.
He kills someone with a pitchfork, just... Mate, it's
fucking
mad.
great.
Yeah, Commando. Absolutely insane. Next film, Raw Deal. Can you remember Raw Deal?
No.
What the hell do you think happened here?
I think somebody got very pissed off.
I'm gonna kill that bastard.
Do that too easy.
You finished chopping.
Joseph P. Brenner. What's a P stand?
Pussy.
This
Must be what they mean by poetic justice.
Get in my way again and I'll kill you.
Watch yourself.
You son of a bitch!
Don't worry.
Okay, so Raw Deal is low-key one of my other favourites of Arnie. So Arnie, retired police officer in the middle of nowhere, also has one of the best lines ever, where he's working for a police thing. He's doing a chase. He's first introduced to him. He's chasing this guy who's pretending to be a police officer when he isn't. He then goes home to his wife, who's baked him a cake. She's drunk, and he says, "You're shit on it" or something. Throws it at him, and he goes, "You should not drink and bake." Like, brilliant. But his old commander or someone, his old police chief, his son gets murdered, and he basically says, "I will pay you off the books to go find this guy who did it and infiltrate his gang, kill him, all good." So he rocks up, and basically it's got the villain from License to Kill and also one of the police officers in Die Hard, the white guy, I forget his name. He's in it. He's one of the villains. But it's really good. You guys will love it. There's a bit where he's driving around, from what I remember, because you guys love action movies, Lethal Weapon 3, you know, the ending when it's a construction site and shit like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger's driving around in a Cadillac, shooting people to Rolling Stones' "I Can't Get No Satisfaction." And he's like, it's insane.
Mate, I'm going to have to look out for that movie.
Mate, I can tell you now. I can lend it you. I've got like the whole...
I've just remembered a fucking great one, but I forgot what it's called.
Okay. We might get to it eventually.
We will do.
Cool. So yeah, Raw Deal's really good. It's got some really funny one-liners as well.
I'm watching the trailer currently.
Amazing. I love how you always do this. So then after Raw Deal, which is really good. I think everyone should watch that one. It's pretty good. He basically at one point to get their attention, he drives a pickup truck into an illegal gambling ring, and basically then just
there's a lot of explosions in this trailer.
Yeah, it's an Arnie movie. What do you expect?
No, I love it.
And then after that, after Raw Deal, we have Predator.
20th Century Fox presents Arnold Schwarzenegger. Predator.
Obviously,
solid.
Predator is one of the best action movies of all time.
Yep.
Yeah, I could give you that.
It's
just fucking brilliant.
Got an all-star cast. It's got, and the funniest thing is, I remember one of my favorite rappers. He basically talked about it and goes, "Isn't it funny that in that movie there's two former governors? Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was California, and Jesse Ventura, who was Minnesota."
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's fucking mad. And that movie is fully loaded. All these guys that are literally the best of the best just get cut down. And when you first see the thing, you're like, what the fuck is that? And then when you get
That's
to
an ugly motherfucker.
That's an ugly motherfucker.
And I forgot, I said that we were talking about Dave Bautista the other day, and I was saying he was the fourth successful actor, wrestler turned actor.
Yep.
But I actually forgot about Jesse.
Jesse's pretty good. He's up there. He appears later in another movie, which is after this one. Same year.
Jesse did a few movies, and he weren't bad.
It was awesome. Like, to be honest, he also was in a movie, just to say, we're going to, actually, it's the next one. But yeah, Predator, when you have the hand-to-hand with the Predator, you forget how big that guy was. And you're like, holy shit. Like, the first thing whenever you see Arnie's the biggest guy on screen. To then have someone bigger than Arnie and kicking the shit out of him, you're like, okay, we know you're going to win, but shit.
Great.
But yeah, it's a great movie. Everyone should watch Predator. Probably the best alien movie ever. It's up there.
I don't know about that.
It's up there. It's a good argument.
Action movies, I think, are...
It's up there with an alien film, dude. Aliens is very close to it.
Yeah, fair.
It's just all the one-liners, the stupidity of it. It's great. But then after that, talking about Body Ventura.
Body the Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, that guy. Running Man, same year, 1987. Good year for me for being born.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice. Hard time or prime time.
Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
He must pay or play the running man.
On your mark.
I'll be back.
Go!
The highest rated TV show in history.
Guess they want us to stay.
It's a game between life and death. lift. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Running Man. He's playing for a prize. The prize is his life.
How about the light?
The Running Man.
Like Running Man and
Great
Predator.
film.
Running Man has probably got some of the best one-liners.
I use them regularly.
You do?
Yeah.
All the time, in fact.
Although, I profess a different film to be my favourite army film earlier.
I think it's Running Man.
Running Man's up there. I think Running Man has got more one-liners on an average 10-second
It was
spin.
Sixth Day that I said was my favourite Arnie, because I really like that story.
Okay.
But Running Man is the one Arnie film that every now and then I go, I'm going to watch Running Man. And
Yeah.
I sit there for an hour
And you come an hour and a half and have a laugh about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many good one-liners in it.
It's showtime. How about the light?
I love the song. The song's part of me. And I'm gonna make it part of you. That's all right. Keep it tight.
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV. Here's Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero. Hey, Lighthead. Hey, Christmas tree. You cold-blooded bastard. I'll tell you what I think of it. I live to see you eat that contract. But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine! Ah!
And like all these out of like, because it's based off a Stephen King novel, obviously.
The thing is,
but it's
that
so
me and you
good.
use different one-liners as well. Because
Yeah.
you like this sort of part of me.
Yeah, I'm going to make it
A part of you.
And I like Who Loves You and Who Do You Love.
Yeah, it's true. The evil
I regularly
commentator.
use, it's time to stop running.
Yeah.
You start running all the time. But even at work, some people don't actually get a reference. And at work, if I do something with someone and they go, "Oh, cheers for that," then I go, "Who loves you and who do you love?"
Yeah, and you're just like,
Great. I'll wait for the Messiah.
The Messiah.
But it don't.
No, it doesn't happen. He's a very naughty boy. No, that's another podcast for another day. No, Running Man's got some great, and the whole premise of that is a reality death TV show.
It's just brilliant.
It's
so
insanity,
good.
but it's brilliant.
But it's like it kind of crosses that. It takes what's good about pro wrestling and brings it into a movie as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
the
100%.
characters aren't just bad guys. Like
They are characters. Yeah.
Sub-Zero is a
fat guy
big
on ice
China
skates
man
that
on
pushes
ice
people
skates.
into nets.
And now, our first stalker of the evening, a Cadre Trophy champion with over 30 lifetime kills. Let's welcome the incredible Iceman, who slices his enemies limb from limb into quivering bloody sushi, Professor Sub-Zero!
Yes.
And I don't know if they just secure people there. I was worried if they all
'cause
died,
they
what the
close
hell
down and then
happened to that guy? Obviously, spoilers, kids. He dies by Electro, obviously, or Dynamo, sorry. But if he was left in that cage, they sent in the gas, didn't they, to move them on? I bet that you just get gassed. Oh, that'd be a fucking horrible way to go out. Ugh.
I imagine Sub-Zero comes back and kills you.
Probably. Just bear hug you to death. That guy was a monster.
No worse than getting
big unit.
electrocuted to death by a walking Christmas tree.
That's true.
Quest'anima consola e giubilar mi fa, e giubilar mi fa,
Or Dynamo for me. Like, yeah, I love Dynamo. Hey, light bulb. Hey, Christmas tree. But then when he lets him live, you realise, oh yeah, he is a good guy. But we know he's a good guy, but not everyone in that universe knows, do they?
Dynamo is basically like
A fat guy.
Obviously, McDonald's never did Running Man Happy Meal toys.
No.
Which they probably should have done.
They should have done.
Dynamo would be the one. He had a
Yeah.
car. He
Yep.
had a funky suit.
It's true. He was the most. It's weird because also because the whole premise of the movie is they're asking the audience what hunters to go out, and they say like, "Oh, I love this and I love this person." Oh, I don't know, and he goes like, "Well, we're here, Buzzsaw and Dynamo." Buzzsaw's just this ripped fucking lumberjack guy who just uses killer chainsaws.
Motorbike. Does he have
he has a motorbike.
He comes at him on a motorbike.
Yeah.
Let's give a down-home welcome to Buzzsaw Eddie Butowski, last season's leading stalker. Buzzsaw's Hammond and Cates chainsaws are made of Trilon-coated Durasteel and can cut muscle, sinew, bone, or even solid steel.
And Dynamo comes out in that weird, like... DeLorean-looking
Christmas tree car.
Mate, I love that. I love Running Man. Running Man. Like, talking about it more, you forget how stupid and fun that movie is.
Who was the guy with the flamethrower? I can't remember his name.
Fireball.
It's Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball. When he goes like, have a light. It's a flare. My gas line. Oh, that movie's brilliant and just dark and just great. It's so different to the novel as well, because after watching it, I read the novel. Yeah, it definitely took liberties from the novel. It's the whole Jurassic Park movie and book. Very, very different, but it's good. I still rate both of them.
What we got next?
Oh, Red Heat.
How do you Soviets deal with all the tension and stress?
Vodka.
Police Captain Ivan Danko came from behind the Iron Curtain.
Danko, you're welcome.
Hunting down his country's deadliest criminal.
What did he do? You take a leak on the Kremlin wall or something?
I need cooperation.
Sure. Whatever you say, Gumby.
Now, he's about to team up.
What do you say?
He say, go and kiss your mother's behind.
With the most unpredictable cop.
How you doing, honey?
Drop dead.
Thank you.
On the streets of Chicago.
You look like Marvin Hagler to me. I lost money on Hagler.
Did not make it, Victor.
He killed a Chicago police officer. Chicago gets him first. I have my honor.
With this much friction,
I give up. This whole thing's very Russian.
There's gotta be heat.
I take care of this.
Red Heat.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Red
he
Heat.
plays
Russian?
a Soviet cop.
Yeah, he does.
Alongside...
I know. Yeah.
The comedian.
The comedian guy.
I don't think I've seen this one. Does he put a Soviet accent on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's good.
It's really funny.
Mate, my favourite one is when he beats the shit out of a guy, takes his prosthetic leg off, pours it, and out of the prosthetic leg comes a load of cocaine, and he just goes, cocainum.
Cocainum.
And it's the most memed coke joke ever, other than Scarface, obviously. But
It's
it's,
so
it's
I've
good.
seen that.
That's
It was
good.
really mean, that's what it was.
What?
Yeah.
Who is the comedian?
Google, IMDb it right now, because you're the man with
What am I
the
looking
plan.
at? What's it
Red
called?
Heat. I forget the guy's name because he also shows up in a later movie we're going to talk about, Last Action Hero, at the premiere as well, because obviously other movies, because that movie is just genius for what it was. But yeah, it's obviously a buddy cop movie. This cop is not from around here. He's trying to track this guy down. I'm a guy from the local area. Let's see how it goes.
Jim Belushi.
And it's great. It's up there.
Brilliant.
It's a good film. I would say that and Raw Deal you need to watch, Dan. There we go. There's two. Red Heat, I remember bits of it. Maybe the cocaine more than anything. But it's just the fact that this Soviet guy comes over to like the States. It's pretty good. It's a good movie. It's pretty sweet. And then we have so obviously action orientated, and then we have the polar opposite and the beginning. The Daily Nugget has come out on the cast. Same year as Red Heat, which diverts dramatically for an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Twins.
In a secret lab, somewhere in the Western Hemisphere, the perfect human specimen has been born. He has the strength of 10 men and the wisdom of 20. He also has a twin brother.
I have a brother?
Oh my goodness, are you looking good?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Born to be bad.
And Danny DeVito
Way to go, Mom.
are twins.
My name is Julius. I'm your twin brother.
Obviously. The moment I sat down, I thought I was looking into a mirror.
Twins, the new comedy from Ivan Reitman.
Julius. What? Are you allergic to something? You're all swelled up. You look like you're ready to explode.
Twins.
With Danny DeVito. It's genius.
I enjoyed Twins
Uh-huh.
the first time I watched it.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I watched it again a few years back. And I'm not going to say it's a bad movie. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as when I was a kid.
Do you think it's because it's that kind of era of comedy, or it's just like not what you're used to of Arnold movies? Because the other comedies he's done, I would say Twins is probably not his best one.
Danny DeVito plays Dirty Bastard Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
That's another film.
It's so good. Danny DeVito and him, polar opposite people, is like, we're twins, we're brothers, is the funniest concept ever on paper. And then you see
Genius.
it's genius. And it's good fun. And it's a fun movie. It's not. I wouldn't say, if I'd say it was a disappointing Arnold movie, I'd probably say it with that. But it's obviously, he wanted to make a comedy movie and do something different. So why not? And it's with Danny DeVito. What a gangster
I've
Danny
just worked
DeVito.
out what my most used Arnold Schwarzenegger quote is.
What is it?
And it's from probably one of his worst films.
Which one?
He got two!
He got two!
I use that all the time.
You do use that all the time. Genius. But yeah, it's a different movie. But then he comes back with an absolute banger, which we all love and adore, in 1990. Total fucking Recall. Not fucking Recall, just Total Recall.
Call recall. For the memory of your ideal vacation.
You were interested in a memory of,
Mars.
You're gonna love this, Doug.
Yeah, but how real does it seem?
As real as any memory in your head. You are on your most important mission.
Do you want to know the future?
What about the past?
You are not you. You're me.
They erased your identity and implanted a new one.
Watto wants what's in Quaid's head.
You're Quato, right?
Wrong.
If I'm not me, who the hell am I?
You wouldn't hurt me. We're married.
Consider that a divorce.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here.
Look who's talking. My name is not Quaid.
An hour he could have total recall.
I want Quaid delivered for reimplantation.
Catch!
Get ready for a surprise.
Kill them all!
You think this is the real Quaid? It is.
But what a movie. This is the same guy that also, I believe, gave us RoboCop. Is it a Paul Van Haven? It is a Paul Van Haven movie, yeah. It's ultra violence and it's brilliant. And it's so off the wall.
There's a woman with 3 tits.
There's a woman with 3 boobs.
That one has also got a quote for me that's used quite a lot.
Which one?
Well, there's 2 from that film.
Is it a Benny line?
No, it's
Get
ready for a
surprise! Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I remember when I used to work at a hotel and I told Jamie, one of my good friends of this podcast, and he's going to soon be on my YouTube channel, that because it was a really slow shift, we were going to put a TV movie on. And funny enough, Total Recall was on and there was 2 guests in there and I was like, match of the day's finished, guys. Can we put something else on? They're like, sure. And I put it on. And he asked me, he was like, is this Total Recall? And I was like, yeah, it's a banger of a movie, isn't it? And he's like, yeah. And he turns to his mate, he was like, mate, you'll love this. There's a scene here with a woman with 3 boobs. And I immediately just bursted out laughing, going, he's only got his eye on one thing. But Jamie was blown away by the movie.
3 things.
Well, 3 things. Hey! But yeah, that movie, Total Recall, brilliant movie. So good.
Have you seen the new one?
Yes.
Because I enjoy them both.
I do.
I've not seen the new one.
New one's really good.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
With Kate Beckinsale.
Although the overall premise is the same with the whole Total Recall machine and shit.
It's closer to the book, the new one is.
It's nothing like the movie. Nothing like the Army movie.
It's more like the book.
They do something very different.
Can we just talk about the fact that he fucks up that woman that he thought was his wife in that film?
Sharon Stone.
He fucks her up.
He does. Royally.
That's so funny.
And she offers him a quick shag.
She offers him a quick shag.
It's like the spies will come in. Why don't you come over here and
tie me up?
Tie me up.
And he's like, no, I'm going to beat you up.
No, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
While you attack me with a tennis racket.
Yeah. And then me, who is 14 times your size, is going to beat you up.
He gets his ass kicked by her a little bit. He kicks her, like, the first thing is...
long.
No, but what's the first thing you do to a bloke? You try and kick him in the bollocks.
Yeah.
And that's what she did, and it fucking didn't hold him down long, but he bloody hurt himself. And then later on in the movie, spoilers, he just like, consider that a divorce after shooting her in the face. Oh, what a line.
After shooting her in the face.
Hey,
nice guy.
but it's great. But it's funny. He's just like, but after all, we're married. And she tries to pull a gun out, and he just goes, just shoots and goes, consider it's a divorce.
Whenever I hear the name Total Recall, though, all I can picture is another bit at the end where he's like, he's been kicked out and the oxygen hasn't returned to Mars.
Oh, yeah. Eyes are popping out. Yeah.
Like that face, mate. Oh,
I love it. My favorite scene in that movie is when he's listening to, he's trying to figure out what's going on, and he watches the briefcase of himself, and he's like, "You are not you. You are me." And then it cuts to him, and he goes like, "Huh, no shit." So good. It's got some great characters in it. Benny, the mutant, the taxi cab guy. Taxi cab robot, brilliant.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant, and it's a whole mystery, and it's still to this day, is he in a chair experiencing this, or is this real life?
Who knows, man?
Who knows? It's true. When he gets out of that chair and he freaking puts a pipe through someone's head. Oh, it's ultra graphic. It's Paul Van Hoven, so the guy did RoboCop and Starship Troopers. You're expected to be graphic. Like even the ending when he's like dangles the guy, see at the party, Victor, just like holds him off the lift, and brutal. Yeah, it's just brilliant. Just what a movie. What a movie.
So
right.
when he returned from space, what did he do then?
He returned from space, and funny enough, he mellowed out and became a kindergarten cop.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Now, more than ever, to be a teacher requires patience, kindness, and understanding. Fortunately, Astoria Elementary has just hired such an individual. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten is like the ocean. You don't want to turn your back on it.
Don't worry, everything is under control.
He's an undercover detective.
I assume you have some teaching experience.
They wouldn't have sent me otherwise.
Assigned to find a mother and son.
Did Danny ever say what Crisp's wife looked like?
Before a killer does.
First, I would like to just get to know you.
In an Ivan Reitman film.
Are you married, Mr. Kimball?
No, I'm not.
He's not married, Mom!
Welcome to Astoria, the single-parent capital of America.
You got a little mustache.
Must be from the milk.
Kindergarten Cop.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Hi there guys, Lee here from this lovely podcast. Are you enjoying the episode? If you are, please leave a like. A like is much appreciated. If you're listening to it on Podbean, give us a follow and comment below. That'd be awesome. If you're watching it on YouTube, why not feel like subscribing and, giving us a like or commenting below your thoughts on the episode so far or some of the topics we bring up. And also, why not even hit that notification bell to get all the notifications from this channel? Yeah, that's the one. And without further ado, guys, I will shut up and let you continue listening to this fine podcast. And this is the funniest thing.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Oh,
but the
I've got
thing
so
is,
many.
years before, you had Twins, which kind of didn't hit the mark. But Kindergarten Cop
It's brilliant.
killed it, which is kind of crazy. So I'm assuming the second time around, they're like, this is what worked, this is what didn't work. And Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
1990.
What year was it? Oh, what was the Hulk Hogan one called?
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Super Nanny or something like that? Mr. Nanny.
Mr. Nanny. Was it the same year? There we go.
No, Mr. Nanny was 1993.
Oh, okay. So 3 years after.
Hogan tried to copy and screwed it up.
Son of a bitch. Right, yeah, but I love Kindergarten Cop. The whole premise of, right, this guy is trying to find his kid. We'll infiltrate a school. I'll be a kindergarten teacher. And it's funny as hell. Like,
Another one.
So good.
There will be no bathroom breaks.
Yeah. There is no bathroom.
There will be no bathroom breaks.
Yeah. There'll be no bathroom.
That was very
German World War
Yeah, it
II
was
officer.
German World War II.
Evil ask the questions.
Yeah. There's some crazy scenes in that movie. There's a scene where it deals with child abuse, where the woman's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, he's late," and he goes like, and he goes out and meets the dad and punches him, and the head mistress is like, "Get in my office now," and whatever, and starts talking and going like, "Can't believe you did this. But how did it feel to punch that son of a bitch? And that's the woman who does, I want to say, the Invincibles woman. I think. I could be wrong.
What, the stretchy woman?
No, the
I'll think about
costume designer.
I'm
Costume
thinking about
designer
The
person, I think.
Incredibles.
I love The Incredibles. Yeah, I love The Incredibles.
But
But
no,
no,
thinking about The Incredibles.
Kindergarten Cop's
Stretchy
great.
woman.
It's an absolutely insane premise, and just somehow it works. Like, just the fact the beginning of the movie is such a dark tone, and then it turns to light,
There's
crazy
a scene in
madness.
Incredibles where if you describe it, it sounds real bad.
There's lots of scenes in The Incredibles.
Son motorboats his mum.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Oh, God. Forgot that happened.
It does happen.
That's so true.
He turned his mum into a motorboat,
He
which
does.
is not how that sounds.
His mum.
He mows his mum. It's true. Good
Oh
old.
dear.
Yeah, oh
What
dear.
makes it worse is the sister is also there.
Yeah. The whole watching.
Watching, yeah.
Watching, yeah.
Weird.
Now, after Kindergarten Cop,
Badly describing kids' films.
that should be a podcast in itself. What is the premise of this movie? This happens, this happens, this happens. Oh, okay. What is it? Despicable Me 3. Or something random. Right, after Kindergarten Cop, we have probably... I'm saying it's one of the perfect movies of all time because there's nothing wrong with it. Terminator 2.
Same make.
These were taken at the West Highland Police Station, 1984. You were there.
Same model.
These were taken today.
You have to let me see my son. He's in great danger.
New mission. Once, he was programmed to destroy the future.
You don't know what it's like to try to kill one of these things.
Now, his mission...
Get down.
...is to protect it.
Come with me if you want to live.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This time, he's back. For good.
Trust me.
Fair.
That movie...
We've done that one.
If we did... Yeah, if you had to argue is what makes a perfect movie, it ticks every single box. Period. Might be a bit long in areas, but it's...
That
so
motorbike HGV chase is one of the greatest things ever.
Oh, yeah. Just the build-up, it just doesn't stop. The build-up of him in the arcade, from John being chased, to then both of them fighting in the corridor, then John just getting away, and then that happens, then with the... It's just basically, that's the whole premise of Terminator 2. It's a chase movie. Because it's constantly the T-1000 running, and that run is so iconic.
And
Even we made fun of
This
it.
is what I was going to say earlier. So in one, he's established as such a great bad guy,
Mhm.
and in two, he's afraid.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
though he doesn't portray being afraid because...
But he wants to know.
the
He's
robot-
learning and asking
but
questions.
Yeah, but he's running. He's
Yeah.
not there to fight the liquid robot. He's
No,
there
to protect John.
leg
And
it.
listen to John and whatever John says.
Yeah.
It's mad.
But from the start, he's there to leg it. He never intends to fight that because he knows
Hell
he
no.
can't.
No.
And
I think
that's
it's
what
better than
kind
that.
of gives you that kind of like...
And that's where it's crazy as well when they take out his chip and Sarah's like, we can just fucking try and do this on our own. And you're just like, ooh, because they had to reboot him or something, didn't they, or whatever. And you're just like,
That's when they go to the guy's house, isn't it?
yeah, eventually, yeah. Because that's when
That's a
they're
great
driving.
bit.
They're driving down to Mexico.
Has she gone
Yeah.
there to kill?
She went
the
there
guy?
to kill Miles Dyson.
Yeah.
But that's because
That's
she
iconic,
went to
that bit.
Yeah, fucking. Just literally,
Yeah.
I miss you with one bullet. Fuck it. I'm just going to enter the whole
Just
clip in
shoot
it.
'em all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, drrr. I remember it vividly because it's just like, pew, pew, and he's like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden he's like, brrr, just, dun, and then you just see her walking. Sarah, she was jacked for that film. Like, Sarah Connor, don't fuck with her. What a lass. Now, moving on from T2, Loki, this is a controversial movie because I know a lot of people hate it, a lot of people like it. 2 years later, after Terminator 2, you have Last Action Hero.
Tonight, a magic ticket.
It's a passport to another world.
Will get Danny closer to the action than anyone ever dreamed.
Holy cow! I'm in the movie!
Who the hell are you?
Don't shoot me! I'm Danny Madigan, I'm a kid!
And you're going with him.
Who is this twerp? And where is that smile on his face? I don't even know this kid.
To a world that's bigger than life.
This ticket is magic, and it really works.
And better than real.
You really believe that you're inside a movie, don't you?
Yes! The bad guys are in there. I've seen it on screen.
Could I speak to the drug dealer of the house, please? Have a nice day.
Have him killed. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Jack Slater.
This hero stuff has its limits.
And Jack Slater is...
Everybody down! Now!
The last action hero. The big ticket for 93.
Which
Who doesn't like
I
that film?
love.
Yeah, who don't
So
love that?
my friend Dave, shout out to you, Dave, who listens to this. Don't say that. Dave's a legend, but he's wrong about this.
He's wrong.
He's wrong about this.
Sorry, Dave.
But the idea is, I think it came out in a time where you expect it to be an Arnie movie, and it doesn't. It makes fun of itself, which
It's
is
hilarious.
amazing. Because everyone by this point is like, because it got bombed. Like it bombed really hard in the box office and all this other stuff. But the funniest thing about it is, it just makes fun of itself, and it knows
It's the
exactly
animated
what
Copper
it is.
Cat.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's the best bit.
And you got the funny enough, everything that's in there. There's a parody of Hamlet with him as a Hamlet character who's brilliant.
Hey, Claudius. You killed my father. Big mistake.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. And Hamlet is taking out the trash.
Stay thy hand, fair prince.
Who said I'm fair?
No one's going to tell this sweet prince good night.
To be or not to be? Not to be.
I think the best bit is when he thinks when he goes to interrupt the funeral on top of the skyscraper. He goes like, "Help me, I'm okay," and he goes like, "He's not dead." And then everyone in the funeral takes out guns, even old people, and they're all shooting at him. And he's running around with this thing. He's like, "It's a bomb!" And he goes like, "Don't shoot!" Throws him off onto the mate. It's so stupid. It's a great movie.
The worst part about it is we have movies like that now, like Space Jam 2, which is basically just a cameo fest, and people are coming in their pants over it.
Yep. I love Lost Action Hero.
Lost Action Hero
for
at least had a decent story.
And the
like,
idea
to go
is
along with
he
the
has
cameo
the ability
fest.
to come out of the film and realise that he's just a character. He's not the real person. And when he gets to talk to the actual... When he talks to himself and he's just like, "You've made my life hell. Leave me alone." Like, it's just so good.
Hey, if you get to Los Angeles, call my office. We can get your shopping center opening. Look, I don't really like you, all right? You brought me nothing but pain.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great.
Jack Slater. What a character. Last Action Hero moves into what you say, which I think is... It's... Now that I've... Think about Arnie movies, it's up there as some of my favourite. True Lies.
How'd it go at the convention, honey?
You were the big hit of the show. It's fantastic. I love the computer business.
For 15 years, Harry Tasker's been leading a double life.
Mr. President, one of our best men is inside.
Transmitting now.
Right on time.
I don't believe I've met you before.
Rehnquist. Harry Rehnquist.
Listen to the following code word. Helen. H-E-L-E-N.
Now, they're about to collide.
What's your exit strategy?
I'm gonna walk right out of that front gate.
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Yeah, that worked good. Right out the old front gate.
Can you lean back a second?
from James Cameron, director of Aliens and T2. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's a Soviet Mirv 6 from an SS-22N launch vehicle.
I married Rambo.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
True Lies.
What can I say? I'm a spy.
True Lies is banging.
James Cameron movie, banger of a movie. True Lies, special agent, doesn't tell his wife. Prime hot wife. I forget her name.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is bonkers bananas in this movie. And then basically goes, oh yeah, so the Middle East are terrorists. Okay, cool. Let's see how that pans out. And just absolute chaos. I love that movie. There's a nuke, art. It got a bit of a James Bond feel if it was an Arnie
Ridiculous.
movie. It is.
It's returned to the ridiculousness of older Arnie movies.
I just love
they
it.
have a fight on a fighter jet.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Amazing.
And he tilts the plane so the guy literally falls, and you wouldn't get up from it because where he hits him in the balls, or shall I say the gooch, because I watched it recently, I would not get up. I don't know how he would. I think that would murder you.
Hitting the gooch.
Hitting the gooch. Hitting the
What
gooch.
we've learned this podcast is Lee's weak spot is his gooch.
Is the gooch. Yeah, dude. How it lands, because he's thrust back on a fighter jet, and the villain falls, and then he lands, tail,
gooch.
like gooch. Like, you're not getting up. He's planted.
Feeling if you fell off a fighter jet, no matter where you land.
Well, it was. Well, the funniest thing is he rolls onto the missile and goes, "You're fired," and then just
bit.
brilliant. He's got the king one-liners. That's the one thing we forget to talk about Arnie. So yeah, True Lies, great James Bond wannabe movie. Another action movie, or not action movie, another comedy return, Junior.
Where's your vision? Opportunity's knocking here.
You're just trying to manipulate me.
Yes, I am. So what? We're on the verge of something fantastic, and I need you to carry it through with me.
What's going on?
Can you keep an open mind? I mean, really wide open?
Let's put a bun in your oven.
I must be crazy to be doing this.
You may be crazy, but you're also pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I just can't keep anything down.
It's morning sickness. It'll pass. Eat crackers.
Alex is sweating like a racehorse.
I want you to know everything about me. I'm pregnant.
From Universal Pictures and Ivan Reitman comes Something Inconceivable.
Oh my God.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Feel how soft my skin is.
That's it.
Danny DeVito.
Guys do not have babies. We leave that to the women. That's part of the beauty of being a guy.
And Emma Thompson.
You think men don't hold enough cards? You have to take this away from us as well.
I would love, protect, and nurture that milk with everything I've got in me.
Stop it.
No, I don't stop it. I want my babies.
Junior.
When he becomes a pregnant man.
Oh, we forgot about that
Yeah,
one.
we forgot about that one. Another. So 3 out of 3 comedy
If
movies.
someone said to you, name me an Arnie movie.
If I've seen that, that's a pointless answer.
It is. It is a pointless answer. If you think about it, the last 3 comedy movies he's done. So there's one that we haven't said because it's not out yet. You've got Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and you got Junior. Kindergarten Cop trumps all of them.
If I've seen Junior, I have removed it from my brain.
It's when he's pregnant.
I have seen it, but I couldn't tell you anything about
Me
it
too.
other than the fact that he's pregnant.
Yeah.
Because I do remember watching it. I do remember thinking, well, that was odd.
For ages, I got that and Kindergarten Cop mixed up because they came out roughly, not at the same time, but they were always on in the afternoon on like ITV or BBC or whatever when I was a kid. And I would always go like, oh, what the... No, this isn't the one I think it is. I won't watch it. And it was always either vice versa, effectively. So yeah, Junior, when he's pregnant and he's a man. Not really a great movie, unfortunately. Sorry, Arnie, if you
Let's
haven't
move on
listened
from
to
that
this.
one.
Move on. Other movie we love. We talked a little bit about it already. Eraser.
We told you there'd be risks.
You also told me I would be under complete protection the entire time.
Your Cyrex is selling weapons technology. This disc and your testimony will help us put them and their co-conspirators behind bars. You've done a great service for your country, Miss Cullen. Now it's time to think about your safety.
He is Special Agent John Kruger.
You'll be handling your personal security.
We have a problem. The Cullen woman is still alive.
His code name is Eraser.
You're in an extremely high-risk situation, Miss Cullen.
That should have been explained to you.
The only way to give his witness a future is to erase her past.
You're alive, and I'll keep you that way. Trust me.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Your friend has arrived.
I'll enjoy introducing him to you.
Eraser.
1996.
Great film.
Love Eraser. Railguns. When I look back and watch this, it just gives me Metal Gear Solid 2 vibes about railguns and shit. And I just was like,
pretends he's having a heart attack.
The ball, which was a spike grenade, that was sick, and he gets impaled into the fridge. Arnie has to remove a thing.
He's in the sewers as well, and he appears under the manhole cover and puts a bomb on underneath a car.
I think so, because that is yeah. That's the end of Eraser. Yeah. Because because when they kill people and he goes like, "Congratulations, you are now dead," and then just shuts the thing, and it's just like you've been erased or whatever. It's like you've been erased. Such a cool idea. Such a wicked premise for a movie that you work for the CIA or whatever he works for, and you kill people to make sure the whole world thinks they're dead.
Movie need anything, you let me know, huh? Hey, what's your name?
Easy, honey, I don't think he wants to be pen pals.
Smile. You've just been erased.
What a great idea.
Wherever it needs to kill a man, I need to go prepared with a line.
Just go with just learn from a one-liner movie.
I've learned from this podcast. If you're gonna do it, make sure you got something cool to say.
Be in a very, very dark place, not like the person, and have a cool one-liner. The 3 bad things. But yeah, Eraser kills an alligator in that or something. Again, the movie is so ridiculous about finding out that there's portable rail guns. That's not physically possible.
Mate, it's so good though.
But it's great.
I bet it's physically possible now.
It's probably now, but when it was, like, no, it wouldn't work.
Great idea though.
Great idea.
And X-ray sights. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, but the problem is like, remember when that guy picked up his gun and then he shot his own friend because he didn't realise it was him, and he's like, no, don't shoot, and because he found the gun and he shot him, and he's like, see you later, asshole. Because somehow, whenever they, every time they shot, it was so weird. When they were in the X-ray vision, it would zoom into the place where they wanted to shoot them, and the railgun would just always go there and just get them wherever they wanted. Right, Eraser, great movie. Moving on, another great movie, probably his second best comedy movie, Jingle All the Way.
Every holiday season, there's one toy everyone has to have.
I want the Turbo Man action figure with the arms and legs that move, and the rocket roaring jetpack, and the boomerang shooter.
Getting it is every child's dream.
Whoever doesn't can be a real loser.
Finding it
You got the doll, right?
is this father's nightmare.
I'll get that toy. I promise.
Now, it's 2 fathers.
This is war.
One mission.
Oh, poor baby.
And every man for himself.
I'm thinking maybe, we could join up as a team. Like Starsky and Hutch. We're late delivery of Turbo Man. That toy works. Let's go.
Is there a problem, officer?
You want a Turbo Man for Christmas?
Forget it. I'm not gonna sit in your lap.
Tony, show him.
That was taken this morning.
And from the director of The Flintstones.
Don't open that up. No.
Of course, there's some assembly required.
You know what you guys are? Nothing but a bunch of sleazy con men in red suits.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sinbad.
I work for the post office and I'm unstable. Tell him.
This man is totally insane.
Jingle All the Way.
You picked the wrong day.
Great.
Classic Christmas movie. I just think because Kindergarten Cop's the top one, I think, over Jingle All the Way. Me personally.
I like Jingle All the Way.
I love Jingle All the Way,
It's
don't get
great.
me wrong. It's a great movie, but it's not as good as Kindergarten Cop for me personally as a comedy for Arnold.
Turbo Man.
It is. You got Turbo Man. There's a parcel bomb in the movie as well, which everyone forgets about, which is bonkers.
Yeah.
There's midget fights in it as well, or short people, or however you want to call them, sorry. Because it's
Fucks up
like
that reindeer.
It does fuck up a reindeer. Like, that movie's mad fun, and all it is
Steals
to
a kid's present.
He does. It's all for Christmas.
He goes on a mad one.
It's just for Christmas. It's a good Christmas movie. It's up there with Die Hard. You have to watch it every year. Did you watch it this year?
What, Die Hard?
Well, you watch Die Hard. I'm saying Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I don't watch Jingle All the Way.
I don't watch
But you
Jingle
always
All the
watch
Way
Die Hard
every year.
You always watch Die Hard every
Die Hard
year.
goes without saying.
Yeah, Die Hard is obviously like Christmas movie all the time. Jingle All the Way's up there.
It's not Christmas if I've not watched Die Hard.
It's not Christmas.
I watched one on my own via YouTube, and I watched 3 this year as well. I've not seen Vengeance for a while.
Oh, okay.
3's great.
I love 3. 3's really good. That's his brother, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hans
I think
Gruber's
2
brother.
might be the weakest Die Hard. Not out of the... no, it's not... If we stop when they stop being good, like 4's okay.
4's got some cool ideas.
Not okay.
No, Dan.
It is,
4's got
because
some cool
the
ideas.
bit you don't like is the best bit in the film.
Yeah.
The bit where he's like, you just took out that cop car.
With a helicopter.
With a cop car. He's like, yeah, I ran out of bullets.
I ran out of bullets.
It's fucking
Or it's
well
when
good.
he's fighting the guy in the air duct and he's like, where you going, you fucking gerbil or something, or hamster or whatever. He's just like losing his shit.
Although, my favourite bit in that whole film is the bit where he's fighting the woman. And then he fucking smashes her. He's like, I've had enough of this kung fu shit.
Yeah.
And he fucking smashes her
Bang!
into the wall.
And then he talks to the main villain like a dick, like he does in all the movies. He just goes, yeah, I don't know how she's going to be with an elevator dropped on her head.
It's also got Shia LaBeouf in it.
No,
it's
Shia
not.
LaBeouf's not in it.
He's in 4.
He's
No,
not
he's
in
not.
4. No.
I thought he was the hacker dude.
No. Some other
It's
pasty
another
little
guy.
white dude.
It's a pasty white dude. The guy from Dodgeball. The nerdiest guy in Dodgeball.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. And also
I
Kevin
reckon that
Smith.
was Shia LaBeouf.
It's because it was prime Shia LaBeouf time, that was, for Die
Yeah.
Hard 4. Anyway, yes. Jingle All the Way. Great little movie. Now, cameo we'll go for. First cameo. Well, what I want to talk about. Because they had loads of cameos in other movies. Batman and Robin, 1997.
It's the best.
Hey, we're really a cameo in that.
My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it's the chilling sound of your doom.
This is the way the world could end.
Please, show some mercy.
With ice. With a kiss.
With venom. I probably should have mentioned this. I'm poison. Poison ivy.
And the only man who can stop them.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
Batman and Robin.
Well, if he's not the leading man.
one of 2
he's
main
not,
villains.
He's not the leading man, though. Most Arnold movies, if you're in an Arnold movie, you know
He's
you're...
playing a villain again.
He's playing a villain.
He's back playing a villain.
And he's being a
He's playing
badass.
one of the best Batman villains.
Yeah. Mr. Freeze is a
It's not a great movie,
villain.
but I actually love that Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a great movie, but it depends on how you look at it. It's a shockingly poor movie, but I think it's looked at like that because the 2 Tim Burton movies set something up very different to what the Batman comic books were.
100%.
That Batman and Robin movie is more akin to your Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
And he's meant to be cheesy. It's meant to
It's
be over the top.
fantastic.
And he is the cheesiest Mr. Freeze you've
It's
ever
so good.
seen.
It is good.
You know
What killed the dinosaurs?
I was
The
just gonna
Ice
what killed
Age.
the dinosaurs, actually.
The Iceman cometh. I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Stay cool, bird boy. Can you be cold, Batman? You have 11 minutes to thaw the bird. All right, everyone. Chill.
Breezy. I'm feeling hot.
I find that unlikely. I will turn Gotham into an icy graveyard. Then, I will pull Batman's heart from his body and feel it freeze in my hands.
Do you know what my main issue with that film is?
None of Arnie.
No, Bane.
Yeah, Bane is not the Bane
It's the
we all
only
love.
thing I don't like about that film.
But Bane's probably done better there than he is elsewhere.
I don't know.
No, I'd prefer Bane in the later. I like Smart Bane.
No, Smart Bane, not Christian Bale Bane. I'm not saying
Okay.
everywhere else. I mean
Okay.
elsewhere as in other media.
Okay.
Well, like games.
Yeah, the Bane.
Oh no, Bane. In what was it? Arkham, when it's all in one night when you're surviving, and Bane's in
Asylum.
that one. Not Asylum.
City.
He's in all three, ain't he?
Not City. It's the
Origins.
other one. Origins. When he's after Deathstroke, because it's
When
Deathstroke and
when
everyone.
he's more of a mercenary,
Yeah,
isn't he? in
he's
that?
more of a mercenary, Mexican mercenary. He's so good in that.
Nice of you to drop in. And just in time.
He's mine, Payaso.
Remember, you gave your word.
You have 1 minute.
Do they even have manners where he comes from?
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I mean, I want a mixed of the two.
It would have been sick.
I want Christian Bale Bane, but Spanish. And
But Spanish.
with the button.
Yeah.
We need the button.
Yeah.
The gas mask thing's a good idea. And that was that was the realism Batman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the most real version of Batman.
But you like jacked up Bane.
But we needed the
Yeah. Massive Bane. Yeah.
mega button Bane. Yeah, we needed the button.
We needed the mega button
And that's
Bane.
why I say like I quite like the Batman Bane in that movie because it actually shows him as a small man transforming
Into a massive
into
man.
A massive man.
It's true.
It's just because he's so dumb.
Yeah.
That's a big.
And that's the problem with Bane.
ain't
Because
dumb.
that was my beef with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because Bane is not a dickhead. He's not. He's not like, oh yeah, slapstick comedy. He's supposed to be smart as
what's
well as
it?
being a badass.
Uma Thurman.
Poison
She's
Ivy.
fucking great.
No, because I always get them muddled up. It's her and Mr. Freeze in this one, isn't it? I always thought it was that with a Riddler as well as Two-Face, but that's also really fun as well
That's
because
Batman
Riddler
and Rob.
that is Batman.
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. Bat nipples.
That was fucking great as well.
Yeah.
Probably my biggest gripe with Batman and Batman and Robin, which is one with Arnie in.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe there is Arnie's storyline. Because it starts off with the proper free storyline.
Yep.
He's trying to get the diamond, save his wife,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. And Poison Ivy comes along and goes, why don't we take over the world? And he goes, yeah, go on then.
Go on then. I forgot about my wife. She can freeze a little bit longer.
Forgets about his wife
Yep.
and starts taking over the world.
But it's the
doesn't
perfect.
She kills the wife, doesn't she?
I can't. I need to go
She
back.
does
and watch it.
something to the wife and blames it on Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
bet.
think that's why.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because he is pretty focused on bringing back Nora.
Yeah.
And then she goes, this isn't going to work. No, yeah, that's definitely why.
But that's why I was so intrigued when it came out because I was kind of like, if they are going Mr. Freeze, he's at some point not going to be a horrible person because of his wife. But it goes the opposite.
Mr. Freeze, can we just have an honourable mention to Mr. Freeze from the Arkham games because he was incredible.
Oh yeah. Also, there's a great run.
Bring
Dan, you need to
Nora
read
or
it actually.
you will die.
Well, the best one is there's a really cool run in GCPD back in the day where basically Mr. Freeze rocks up for the first time and no one knows it, but they portray it as a serial killer. And they keep going from the Gotham police perspective, and it's like they keep turning up to these crime scenes where everything's ice and shit, and they're like, what the fuck is this? This guy's only targeting these people, we don't make sense, but it comes off as a serial killer vibe. And I was like, this is sick. And when they first see him, they're like, oh, he's an astronaut. The next minute, like half the squad's dead, and everyone's like, oh my god, yeah, we really, really misunderstood what the fuck this guy was all about.
I mean, the police in Gotham are pretty shit. 'Cause, like,
They're fucking awful.
When it gets to crime scenes where there's like everyone's died by ice, surely they should go. There's a 25%. This is a scientist whose experiment went wrong and gave him some kind of fucking weird super.
Some sort of ice power, yeah.
Guy, you should just walk in and just be like, guys, this we saw a giant bat. Oh, okay, could it be Batman? No, it was a giant bat. Oh.
Science.
Science. Man
who
bat.
had an accident. And
Yeah,
got some
like just constantly, and they also have the most dangerous asylum known to man near them. They're just like, everyone's crazy. I would hate to be a police
I'm going to
officer.
ask a quick
and-
question here. How much did you shit your pants when Man Bat first appears on Arkham City?
Oh, it's so good. It's that reveal is sick.
I think we could definitely have an Arkham City.
We should have a Batman episode. Period.
Yeah, I'm in.
I love that.
What's the next movie?
Next movie. The movie we talked about a little bit already. End of Days, 1999.
December 31st, 1999. The end of a century. The end of a millennium. The beginning of the end.
He's coming for you, Christine. Can you see him?
The Dark Angel is loose from his prison! Get down on the ground! You don't know what you've done!
You said here the guy spoke to you.
Yeah, so what?
The guy doesn't have a tongue.
I've come for my wife, Christine.
May God forgive us!
Let her go.
How can you expect to defeat me when I am forever and you are just a man?
So yeah, as I said, I've got no beef.
He fights Satan.
It's pretty shit. Now I'm
shoot a
thinking
rocket
about it.
launcher at him from the back of a train or some shit, and
Yep.
Satan catches it.
It's not very identical. I remember Satan killing the driver by punching his heart out. I remember that bit vividly. And also, at the beginning of the movie, you know Arnie's depressed because he puts loads of shit in a blender, blends it, and starts drinking it, and then Satan rocks up. I remember that bit. Don't remember everything else. He fights in a church at the end. Yeah, it's just weird. It's not a great movie, me personally. But then this is where we start to get late Arnie movies, where it's just like, this is definitely not ideal Arnie films.
We're going to mention the one with Johnny Knoxville in it.
Yeah, I love that
That's
movie.
a way off.
It's a way off.
Fucking great. Have you seen that?
Last Stand.
It's so fucking good.
We'll explain the story when it comes up, Dan. You'd love it because it's so Need for Speed-esque. It's like a Need for Speed fucking
It's
like
just a
thing.
fucking video game.
It's insane.
Like-
So, after End of Days, we had year 2000, Sixth Day, the one about cloning, and that's super cool.
I want you to ask yourself something. Do you remember anything after being scanned by my bodyguard?
There's been a sixth-day violation.
How much does Gibson know? Who are you people? Open your eyes.
Your family could get killed in the process.
We won't have to lose our best people. We will finally be able to conquer death. Your family is not really your family. They're his.
A human was cloned. That human was you.
How do you know? He's not you, and you're not him.
I know who I am.
The Sixth Day.
That's such a cool idea for a movie, and then realizing all the other shit that goes on in that movie. It's really cool twist. Really cool. It's a good movie.
Great.
And it's such a cool, clever idea. Simple as. Then we've already talked about it a little bit. Terminator 3 in 2003. Not that great.
Desire is irrelevant. I am a machine.
Covered that.
Yep, pretty poor. Then we have a cameo. Funny enough, he was in Around the World in 80 Days in a Jackie Chan movie.
I didn't realise he was in.
He was in that as some sort of guy. I forget what it is. I've researched on YouTube, but it wasn't ideal. Then we have pretty much. It was cameo. Yeah, it's a cameo. He's some sort of Egyptian geezer. Then we have back-to-back Expendables and Expendables 2.
You know him? Yeah, we used to be on the same team together. What's my oldest worst friend doing here?
Both your names came to the top of the list. Is that a problem?
Yeah, should have shot him when I had a chance.
Big Barney Ross.
Bigger Trent Mouse.
What are you doing? Praying for Brooke?
Could be.
Have you been sick?
You lost weight? Really? Now, whatever weight I lost, you found, pal.
What it takes is a little army. Only an idiot would do this job.
How much?
No, like I said. I'm busy anyway, so give this job to my friend here. He loves playing in the jungle, right?
Right.
That's right. Hey, why don't we have dinner?
Sure, when?
In 1,000 years.
Too soon.
It's his fucking problem.
He wants to be president.
Great.
Never watched them.
Really?
Yeah,
Hilarious films.
Hilarious movies. Terry Crews shooting everyone with a shotgun in a fucking hell, that machine.
Yeah, they're just great films.
By the time The Expendables came out, I was doing 70 hours a week. So
okay.
You want to gain more time, you need to be something more than just
Okay, so he rocks up at the end in 1 and everyone's like, oh, we're hopefully going to get him. And then in 2, he has an actual main or bigger role, which is cool. Then here we go. The movie we just briefly talked about. 2013, The Last Stand with Johnny Knoxville.
A prisoner is cartel boss Gabriel Cortez. We need to transport him through Vegas to a maximum security prison. The cartel is here. Find him! What kind of car is this?
The 01, faster than any chopper.
Owen's here. What can I do for you?
Some smartass is flying a jet plane around out here with no lights on.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna let that guy come through our town without a fight.
How are you, Sheriff?
Old. Boom.
Who the hell are you?
Bang. I'm the sheriff.
This movie. The idea behind this movie. Okay.
Because it's so good, you forgot.
There is a villain that is a drug dealer. This drug dealer, Dan, also happens to be a professional driver. Like used to be in Formula 1 or whatever, not Formula 1, but like driving before he got into his father's business and whatever. The idea is he gets broken out and he's driving across country to get to the Mexican border. What town does he have to go through? Arnie's town.
Arnie's the sheriff.
Arnie is the sheriff. It's a brilliant movie, dude. It's on Netflix, I believe. It's fucking so good.
Plays a mental guy
who's got the guns.
Who makes guns.
He's got loads and loads of guns.
I've seen it.
It's great. It's such a great film.
So good.
It's so funny when they're shooting in the cafe. He jumps in through the door while everyone's shooting. And there's loads of people just normally in the thing. He's like, "Are you all right, Sheriff?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just getting too old for this shit." Like, it's just so good. It's great. It's a great film. Then the movie. Yeah, I don't know about this movie, but it's pretty interesting. Escape Plan.
We need you to test a top-secret, high-tech prison holding the world's worst criminals.
When do we start?
I'm Warden Hobbs.
Hobbs? Where's Warden Marsh?
There is no Warden Marsh. There's no way out.
Go make some friends. You're gonna need them.
Back away. Who were you before you came in here?
I break out of prisons for a living.
You don't look that smart.
You don't either.
The people who paid for you to be here want you here forever.
Someone set me up. I'm gonna find out who, and I'm gonna find out why. I need a diversion.
That was good. Your time is up.
You tell whoever put me here, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Let's do it.
Him and Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone,
I've not
obviously.
seen this.
Sylvester Stallone is.
I know of this. I've not seen
Yeah,
it.
so Sylvester Stallone is a professional guy who gets sent to prisons to break out them to basically say, this is your security issue. He then gets taken to this Ultramax one where no one knows where he's gone. Funny enough, who's in there? Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you get the banter of them working together. And it's not bad. It's not a bad film. It's not ideal, but it's kind of meh. But it's all right. You'll enjoy it. It's not as good as The Last Stand. Last Stand's great. Not ideal. Next one, really good movie, I thought. Sabotage.
Get your weapons. Let's go. Move.
I want to thank our field agents who put their lives at risk combating drug organizations.
Down.
Clean up aisle 3. In what we do, there is only trust.
You're the heart and soul of this team.
The arrest today of a major cartel leader has led to a seizure of hundreds of millions of dollars.
McNeely?
Something off. Oh my God.
Gotta ask you a few questions. $10 million is missing from your cartel bust. Did you steal it?
No.
2 murders of DEA agents have happened on my watch.
Why do you think the cartel's killing your guys?
It's the money.
They're watching us.
The only way to stop the cartel is to find out who stole the money.
There could be someone on my team. One of my own people.
Some of us are getting paid, the rest of us are just getting dead.
Now, Sabotage is him.
It's a Sabotage.
We're getting too new for me.
So Sabotage, you guys would actually really like this movie. So it's kind
Tell
of
me that song's in it somewhere.
maybe, I don't know, I can't remember it.
Better bloody
So the premise of this movie, you've got Sam Worthington in it and a few other people, and they're all this like bounty hunter group, and there's a lot of famous people in this.
Okay.
And the idea is they do this job, they take some money, and then all of a sudden, one by one, the squad keeps dying, and then you realise someone in that squad is killing them off, and we didn't take any money. What the fuck are you talking about? And they did, and it's a really cool twist, and it's got that kind of realistic action, but also like if you get shot, you're gonna go down. Not like, oh, you know, you get shot, you hurt. Like, no, Arnie gets shot, loads of people get shot, and they're like, fuck my arm or whatever. It's really good. I rate it. I really like it. There's a fucking psychopath in it as well, which is incredible. They're all bad shit crazy.
Stick that on the list.
It's good. Sabotage is a great movie. Then we have, obviously, Expendables 3, same year. Meh. Not bad.
It's just another Expendables
It's just another Expendables movie. Then we have Maggie.
Months after the initial worldwide outbreak, medical officials have found no solution for the infected.
We may know a lot about this. Except that we can't stop this yet.
I made a promise, dear mother, that I will protect you.
With this infection, she's gonna show more signs of aggression and hunger.
Which is a very good movie. When you were talking about Arnie's acting chops,
Again, I don't know if I've seen this one.
Arnie is the one. Maggie is the one with, I believe it's either his daughter is a zombie or a vampire, either or, and she's eating people and shit. It's fucking
Sounds brilliant.
It's great. The movies, I haven't seen it in years, but I remember watching it going like, holy shit, Arnie can actually act if he was like wanting to do it. Because I literally was like, fuck me, this is great. It's a good film. It's fun. It's not like, don't expect it to be like full action and stuff. There's some cool sequences in it, but the whole idea is his daughter is either.
I got a feeling he won an award for that one.
Yeah, it's fucking great, that movie. It's a good little film. Then we have, here we go. Now we start the decline. Terminator Genesis.
Kyle Reese.
You know who I am?
We've been prepping for you to arrive for over a decade.
We. The Terminator.
It is nice to meet you.
I've been trying to teach him to blend in. I know it needs work.
I've been waiting for you.
Terrible movie. Really, really bad. Don't watch it. It's not worth the point. Then we've got a few other phone-ins where he starred in some cameo things of Aftermath was one, and a thing called Killing Gunther. And then we also have Terminate Dark Fate.
I'll be back.
Which don't. Yeah, it's all right. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not
brilliant.
watching that either.
That's all right. It's got some cool bits in it. When they get detained in the border, that thing's fucking awesome. So at one point they get detained. Evil Terminator shows up. What do you think is going to happen? He starts killing everyone in the fucking detention center. So it's like, we're trying to get into America, and he's just butchering everyone because he can't take the risk of like, I don't know who's who. So I've just got to just. So he starts kill everything. It's mad. And then, yeah, there's other films which I didn't write down because I was like, they're only cameos again, but they're the majority of the Arnie films. Like,
sorted.
It's really, if you look at this is the craziest thing I was saying to Dan before the cast. If we start from Conan, which is 82, and we go to about 2000. So in that span, you've got, 16 years. Okay? 16 years, and you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I'll
6,
make it
7,
18
8,
years.
30, 40, 15, probably. 16,
82, 2018. Wallop.
Okay, so 18 years. Is it 18?
Yeah.
18. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry, my bad. 18 years. I just forgot the number. 18 years, he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 movies in 18 years.
Not too bad.
And most of them are absolute bangers, if you think about it. It's the big ones we talked about.
Fair play.
Like...
And on top of that, he was Mr. Universe.
He was Mr. Universe before all this.
He was influential in the bodybuilding industry. He wasn't just like winning tournaments and stuff.
He likes to pump.
Yeah, he likes to pump.
Pumping Iron, 1977.
Governor of California for 2 separate terms.
Yeah.
Did 8 years.
Yeah. It's mad.
That man has also smoked
Coined the word lady man.
Oh.
Girly man, sorry.
Yeah.
He's some kind of girly man.
The girly man.
Smoked a lot of cigars.
He smoked a lot of cigars. Still does smoke a lot of cigars.
That's going to catch up with him.
At some point it will.
Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar. So I tried it. Well, the rest is history. I'm still smoking stogies. I love it, and he introduced me to something really good. And I know now the next question. Knowing you, being the interviewer that you are, digging in deep all the time, you will say now, what does your wife think about that? Let me ask you something. When my wife's father has introduced me to stogies, what is she going to say? She's not going to say my father made a mistake, because her father never makes a mistake. So therefore, it is okay. I can smoke stogies around her. I can smoke stogies in my house. First of all, because her father introduced me to stogies, and second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
Probs.
He's
too manly though.
But if you see his house, like where he lives now, it's fucking nice. Like, it's mad. It's so cool. Artie documentary. Watch it. 100% sure to watch more of the stuff.
His nanny as well. No, not his nanny. But
Probably. I know. Because it talks about how he met his wife, and his wife was royalty, I believe, at some point it says in the documentary.
Probably.
And I was like, that's...
Austrian.
Yeah, or like really, I forget where from, but it's like interesting when he's like, yeah, I meet all these people, and I'm just like, holy shit, that's insane. Like, I guess, royalty and all that stuff, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, he's lived quite a fulfilling life, I would say. And
he should run for president.
He should run for president.
And we was actually saying that.
Make America pump again.
Before we actually started the cast, actually. So I thought we mentioned this earlier, but we hadn't actually. Yeah. But he's heavily involved in the Special Olympics as well.
Yeah, he is. There's so much he does, like charity work as well. Like, he's done a lot. For a guy of his age as well. How old is he now, Ben? Google it. Like, he's lived a very fulfilling life. He's done a lot, and he's still doing a lot, which is mad. But then for ages, he did what? He did loads of funny videos, like driving
He's
around.
76 years old.
He's 76 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
This is looking better than I am.
76 years old. Wow.
If we took the best bits of all of us, he's looking better than all of us.
What a lad. No, yeah, he's done so much in such a short span, and like, what more can we say? The movies he's done forever. I would definitely say you wouldn't have montage movies probably without him. Like, a lot of his action movies, there was always a montage. Like, I think Commando proved that, because Commando was 85 and there was the mega montage of him getting ready.
Go on then.
While on the bench.
Let's play a good game.
Okay.
What is he? What's his net worth?
Oh, his net worth. Fucking hell.
No, it's going to be quite a big jump.
I'm going to say close to 800 million. Go for it.
You've gone too high.
Have I gone really too high?
I was going to say 700 million. So
Okay. Is it, so if I was going to say, is it a two figures or 3 figures?
It is the exact amount according to whatever this to Google.
Okay.
450 million.
450 million.
He's got to be worth more than that.
Well,
I guess of all the other things he's been
it's
doing.
enough. Like,
yeah. If you think about it, he was one of the most highest paid actors for Terminator 2 for only having, I think, 80 or 90 lines of dialogue. He got paid 100 and something million for it. For just it worked
76.
out. It worked out something he would get paid $1 million something per word or something. It was crazy.
Work out your net worth.
It's not great for me. I'm savings though. I'm fine. I'm
how many
comfortable.
times has Arnold Schwarzenegger had heart surgery?
I'm going to say 4 times. This is a good game. Yeah. We'll put the game show music on.
3.
3 times. Okay, damn, we split it.
What does Arnold Schwarzenegger do now?
He was governor of California. Now I imagine just gives talks and shit.
Vimo. He does those videos, doesn't he? With
Cameo.
a cameo or whatever it is, where he's driving around tanks and doing fun shit. What a lad. Oh no, but yeah, what a character! Like some of the most memorable.
Did you know he's 80% vegan?
He is. This is a huge thing. He's changed everything about his dietary and stuff for how much red meat and stuff to consume. He's
That's
like
his health, though, isn't it? It's pretty smart, to be fair.
But he also said the fact is you can get as it depends if it's real or not. But he said that you can eat a lot of plant-based food and other stuff like that now. What he used to eat back in the day for getting huge for the universe or whatever, like you can eat plant-based and get the same as well. And a lot of other guys are going that route because it's healthier. Because if you consume too much protein and other shit like that and other stuff, it's bad for you. Ugh. It's not good. Not good. Not good.
Too much of anything is not good for you.
Yeah, it's true. That is 100% true.
Well.
But yeah, what a lad. So we've talked about probably our first Arnie movies, and we all have probably our favourite one-liners we've mentioned throughout the cast, which is crazy. We've probably said the worst Arnie movies. What other ones would you say? I don't know. I think it's some of his movies are probably in the best action movies of all time. Like it's debate to have a debate like that.
A lot of my favourite action movies are cop movies.
Yes.
And he's not in many of those.
No, he plays some cops in some of them.
And my favourite action movies are John Wick movies.
Yeah, I forget about John Wick. John Wick's pretty good.
They're just like the Expendables with less dudes.
Yeah, but it's John Wick.
But it's also John Wick. Like this guy. I like the fact
that killed in the Expendables.
No, he probably eats a dog in the Expendables.
They probably do. They blow up like whole islands and
shit. No, talking about Arnie and dogs, that's that scene in fucking True Lies when he's walking down, when he's running off away from the mansion in the snow, and they release the dogs, and he hits both the dogs' heads together and just goes, "Stay," and they just like, and they just stay while everyone else is on snowmobiles chasing him and shooting him. Oh, what a movie! Oh, definitely gonna watch an Arnie movie tonight now. Yeah. I think, honestly, when you talk about the movies just like that, you immediately get reminded of something like this, something like that. It's forever, ever etched in our minds. If you have not watched an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, what you're doing with your life.
I can't imagine there's people that haven't.
I know people who don't watch movies, period. So I know people who just don't watch films because it's not their thing.
Know them people, Lee.
I shouldn't know those people.
Get them out of your life.
Get them out of my life. They're just bad for me, I guess.
Yeah, how can you not watch films?
Yes. So I think, guys, with that being said, have we got anything else about Arnie we need to talk about, or is that basically it? Just like,
come on, what you got to pick a line. What's your favourite one-liner?
That Arnie said, or from an Arnie movie?
I think it's got to be an Arnie line. It has to be an Arnie. He's got so many witty ones that I like, which aren't like one great one-liners.
Mine will always be if it's attached to a kill, at least.
Oh, wait a minute. Should we go one-liners and then one-liners after kills? Because I think my favourite one, if it was one-liners after kills, I think it's probably after Commando when he kills Bennett at the end. He goes, "Let off some steam, Bennett," and he basically has the pipe in him
through him,
and it went through a boiler, so the steam coming out of him is brilliant. Oh, that's my phone. Be right back. What are the other ones?
Well, mine will always be "You keep it."
Yeah.
As I'm running back to the microphone.
It's you keep it.
Yeah.
That's Buzzsaw, ain't it?
Yeah.
When he kills Buzzsaw in...
This song's a part of me, and I'm gonna make it a part of you.
You.
No thanks. You'll
You
keep
can-
it.
Yeah, because it's a slow build. It's like, no thanks. And then it's like more of a struggle.
It's
More
like,
of a struggle.
you keep it.
And then you can
Cuts
tell
his
that
dick
it's
off
cutting.
the
Yeah, because it's
saw.
cutting. It's like slowly moving
Cuts
in.
him
It's
in
like-
half dick first.
Yeah. Funny enough, in the gooch. In the gooch. Gooch first again.
What a way to go.
Brutal.
I don't know what my favourite kill line is from him.
Oh, there's so many, dude. Oh, shit. That was a good one from Predator. Knife. Throws it into him and goes, stick around. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
stick
good
around.
one. And then that's probably the only Arnie movie where it's followed by two back to back because he goes, stick around. And then he kicks down the door and goes, knock, knock. And then grenade launches a bloke out of the hut. That's like back to back the closest one-liners, I think, in an Arnie movie, I think. Because I had loads of like footage because I wanted to do on my YouTube channel ages ago, like Schwarzenegger-thon, and just basically break down the movies. And I'm pretty positive in my research that the Predator was like, this is the closest one-liners you'll have in an Arnie movie,
Brilliant.
period. But no, Dan, you've got to have one because there's loads of other like great one-liners. I don't know. I think if I was just going to also have, because we've got one-liners after kills and just one-lines, like, I don't know. I feel the scene in Kindergarten Cop when he just runs out the classroom and just yells is one of my favourite scenes of Arnie. He just goes out and just goes, bah! Like, that's just iconic. I love it because the kids have literally broke him. I love that.
I really like fucking the Ice Age.
The Ice Age is a good one. There's a lot of good ones though but the problem is with Batman and Robin.
Or doesn't when Robin like jumps at him, doesn't he like and he goes freeze?
Yeah, freeze. Like that role. It's so made for him. It was made for him.
I've got to mention it. My favourite bit in that whole film is the bit where
With the ice skates.
No, not with the ice skates.
Not the
It's
ice skates.
bit, I think they've just stole the diamond, right?
This is Batman and Robin.
And he's sat in the ice cream parlour wherever he runs his little operation from. And he's got his fucking dressing gown on.
Yes!
And he's blue and he's just smoking a cigar. Right? And I'm like, this is the best bit. Like,
they're drinking a whiskey as well.
He's drinking something.
He might be.
He might
but
be.
He's just like, just sat in a dressing gown and it's freezing.
Doesn't he-
And all his men are in like full on fur coats. Like,
Doesn't he? I want to say he says a one-liner in that dressing gown, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Doesn't he say something about like, oh, let's break the ice or something? Like he talks to someone.
Every
Like
line
everything was a pun.
every line
Yeah,
is
is
hilarious.
it an Arnie pun? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie wins the most Arnie lines.
See, I used to love Hasta La Vista, baby. And then
Oh.
Boris said it.
Hasta la vista. gotta literally edit that bit out. Thanks, Nev. Oh.
After Boris said it, it just lost all credibility.
You drop those lines in. Oh. No, Hasta la vista, baby is a good one. Because I forgot about that. Because that's when, because John teaches him, doesn't he? Because he goes like, Hasta la vista, baby. And he goes like, okay, we can work on it. Like, I like that. Yeah, there's some good ones in. Even He'll Live is really funny. Like in Terminator 2, he's like, I told you not to shoot anyone or kill anyone. He's like, he'll live. Or he'll walk or something. I'm not,
I'm sure he says he'll live.
I think it's He'll Live.
It's just so good.
When he shoots him in the end, his head splits open. Doesn't he say something about him having a splitting headache?
No.
Should do.
What, in T2?
Yeah, probably not.
No, in T2. No.
Robots don't get headaches.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, because when he splits his head open, it's the first elevator bit.
Yeah,
when they're in the elevator and he just goes, shotgun in a bit, lad. And you see it and you're like, oh shit. And then it goes, as I drop the cab and it goes, and you're like,
Do you remember when that was like, that looked really cool?
It still looks cool. That movie's CGI is still fucking phenomenal.
Is it?
Yeah, I've recently
need to watch
rewatched
it
it,
again.
dude.
It's still quite.
Dude, the morph from the fucking floor is unreal.
If it's still good, then fair enough.
It is unreal.
I remember it being very good, and
the
I've
whole
watched other films that I've remembered. being
the
very
liquid,
good.
the liquid through the gate when it just stops on
Yeah.
the gun. It still holds up to this day.
Iconic, that bit. Yeah. If the CGI is still as good,
it's Jurassic Park and that their CGI still holds up to this day.
Much like, I remember this film being fantastic.
Yep.
And then you watch it again.
No,
and it's not.
It is really good.
Speaking of that,
what?
Jumanji.
Yes.
The monkeys.
Oh, okay. Yes. Love those monkeys.
They may be the worst monkeys.
Have you seen? Can you remember Crystal Skull? Those monkeys were pretty poor in that.
They are.
Yeah, I've seen Crystal Skull.
Yep, that's Shia LaBeouf. Let's bring it back. Yeah. Let's bring it back to that guy.
It's the
one with the aliens. Yep. It's pretty fucking.
I'm on about the old Jumanji.
Yeah, you're talking about old Jumanji when it's like they riding around on a police bike.
Yeah.
1997. That CGI. Some of it holds up. Some of it doesn't.
Those monkeys were bad.
Yeah, but also
They were
what
bad
a movie! I do.
It's
love,
a great movie.
I love.
Like,
Jumanji is such a fun, stupid film. I love it. But no, Arnie lines. Mate, Arnold would have been great in that movie. That would have been god tier.
You should have played the Hunter.
No, but the Hunt is so good because isn't the fact
Hunter
that
is
his
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 dad.
dad. Yeah, it's so smart. You don't think of that when you're a kid, but when you watch it when you're an adult and you realise that. It's so smart.
It's great.
Yeah. That movie's great. I think that's what we've got to watch. Kids films.
So, actually, my favourite quote...
Okay.
Because I actually say this quite a fair bit, as well as Who Loves You.
Who is your daddy?
And my favourite quote is Running Man, Who Loves You. And
No, Who Loves You, Love.
I also say this quite a lot. Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
iconic.
The iconic. Yeah, because that's basically just after the funny thing, karma of what we did with the whole going through the mop, going through the door, and then going front, and then she like looks back and he's like, "Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah, here's a line I forgot about.
What?
Commando. You were a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm gonna kill you last.
Yeah.
We referenced the next bit from that.
Oh, there's also the bit in Commando. So Commando is going to get mentioned a lot for one-liners. When he breaks
after not killing Sully last.
Yeah, I lied. Yeah, because he goes like, "You promised you kill me last." He goes, "I lied," and drops him. How he gets off the plane is insane in that movie, but the fact that he kills that bloke and he turns down to the air stewardess and goes like, "Excuse me, don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired." It's just brilliant. Like, or he's dead something. I think he's dead tired. Guys,
here's your Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Now
plane zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it walks off. And the best thing about that, they walk off and do the high five, don't they? Like, psh, psh. It's brilliant.
Do you know what? This is what I'm thinking of. After he blows up Fireball, he calls him a hothead.
Yeah.
Also, after he kills Sub-Zero, he says, "What a pain in the neck."
What a pain in the neck. Yeah, because he basically wraps barbed wire around his neck. Yeah. Or then he goes like, "What happened to Buzzsaw?" Oh yeah, he had to split. He had to split. That's a great one. Oh, that's a good one as well. Oh mate, yeah, because he goes, yeah. Oh mate, Running Man's got some bangers. Like literally, we're even thinking about it now, just at the end of this cast, and it's like some of them are just bloody iconic. I do love. There's some great kindergarten cop guys like, "Take your toy back to the carpet."
I've just remembered this classic.
What's this classic?
Uplick Underground. Uplick Underground. If you guys don't shut up, I'm going to uplick your ass and you'll be underground.
Yeah! Yeah, it goes uplink, underground, uplink, underground. If you say uplink, yeah, because that's when they're running around trying to find it, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, what a Running Man. I think between all three of us, I think that we're slowly coming to the fact that The Running Man might be his best film.
No, it's my favourite by far.
I think I'm getting converted, but then I'm also remembering half of them on the list. Like True Lies is so good. I love True Lies, but I think it's because I always like James Bond though. I love James Bond. Probably my guilty pleasure, Bond movies. No matter where I'll be, if it's on, I will stop everything and watch those movies. I love those movies. They're so insane. I love it. But yes, guys, is there anything else we need to say about Arnie other than what a fucking fella?
Yeah,
great guy.
Sweet. Well, I think this has been a pretty good digression session episode. Just talking about Arnie movies.
There's only one real way to end an episode about Arnie, isn't there?
You do it.
You go on then, mate.
Oh, I'll be back.
Yeah, in the next episode of Digression Session. What are we going to talk about, guys? That's the biggest question.
Who knows? We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. We'll keep you guys on the toes because we haven't really planned that far ahead, I guess. Gosh darn it. I can't. Bloody hell. I can't. You know I have to edit. Yes. son of a bitch!
We need to fit more in.
You don't need to fit more in. My schedule is really bad when it comes to editing, guys. Come on.
Because the more we get in, the more likely is he'll miss one.
You know I will. And that's going to be bad. So yeah, guys, if you listen to this on Podbean, thank you very much for the download and sharing it. Please leave a like. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've enjoyed all the footage that we've put on as well, please leave a like. Feel like subscribing to this channel. Also, check out our Disc Heads podcast, our amateur disc golf podcast. Also, all through Podbean, all through YouTube. All the links are on this in the description and on the screen right now. But until next time, guys, take care, have a good one, and we'll see you in the not too distant future for another Digression session.